2024 was a big year for a lot of reasons. One of the biggest was the historic race for president.
Yeah, certainly was an unusual year when it came to that race, from an assassination attempt to a candidate dropping out. NBC's Joe Fryer recaps the year in politics.
It started with the race for the Republican nomination. Donald Trump skipped every debate, yet vaulted over the competition,
We don't have a clear path to victory.
quickly swatting away his challengers.
The time has now come to suspend my campaign.
Trump won on the ballot, but not in the courtroom.
Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty.
He was convicted in May on all 34 counts in his New York hush money trial, though it did not slow him down.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial.
In June, then former President Trump and President Biden went face to face, their first debate of the campaign and what turned out to be the last.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, we finally beat Medicare.
The president's halting performance led to calls for him to step aside, calls he initially resisted.
I'm not going anywhere.
All of it leading to July, a month rocked by political earthquakes, the first a campaign rally
There has been an incident at Donald Trump's Pennsylvania rally.
where a bullet grazed Trump's ear. He narrowly escaped the assassination attempt. The spectator was killed. 5 days later, a bandaged Trump took the stage at the Republican National Convention, officially accepting his party's nomination.
I felt very safe because I had God on my side.
The political tremors had barely subsided when just 3 days later, the election's landscape completely changed.
I revere this office, but I love my country more.
Biden dropped out, endorsing his Vice President Kamala Harris, who instantly ascended to the top of the ticket.
But America, we are not going back. We are not going back.
The race now recharged.
Let's have a good debate.
Harris rode a wave of momentum into her first debate with Trump.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that.
All of it comedic fodder for Saturday Night Live.
They're eating the pitch. They're eating Mudang.
What do we always say? Keep Kamala and carry on a lot.
Ultimately, a nation exhausted by inflation did something it had not done in more than 125 years. Sent a former president back to the White House.
This was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time.
A decisive win followed by a contentious transition, with several controversial cabinet picks set to fight for confirmation in the new year.
That was Joe Fryer reporting. And coming up a little later in the hour, we'll be taking a look back at some of the biggest breaking news stories that capture the attention of the nation and in some cases, the world.